You're the comment guy. All right. I found out who you are, comment guy.
Let me guess, he didn't leave a tip either.
Take it away from him. The barn is alive again.
Got me in my hormones, all gas, no brakes, score 4-0. If you think you own this place, we get foreclosed. I've been in my head, but it's not about
I gotta sit like this.
Yeah.
Then I gotta hold my coffee like this.
Yeah.
And then I look in the camera and I say this.
Hey.
Welcome to the Sports Show. That's right, Sports Show, episode 309.
Sports Show.
Podbean, Spotify. That's where you listen to it. You can stream it, you can download it, like it, love it, share it, do whatever you want with it. That's how you listen to it. How do you look at it? It's one thing to listen. What if you want to look at it?
Yeah, what?
You go to YouTube at Sports Show Podcast, YouTube and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the alert button. You know, I had someone the other day. I was in the boxing club.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting the notifications. That's how you do it.
You teach
Adam, that's how you do it. You got to hit the notification button. And subscribe, which I know you're subscribing already. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's really all I got here. You know, I got to make an observation.
What's that?
You're off.
I'm off
lately.
Yeah.
In general,
I'm on kilter.
I'm feeling a little off too. But
Hey, listen.
but what's going on?
I'm
What's happening?
I'm just a little tired. You know, I've been working a lot. Parents went to Greece. They need a little help at the family restaurant, Bonacera, home of the 10 cent. It's not 10 cent anymore, but come on down. I'm there all day.
The best is when
Literally all day.
The best is when we said home of the 10-cent chicken wing and your mom freaked out.
You know what's
that's
funny?
good.
The art of the special is real. So, you know, I'm going to say this to all the people out there. If you work at a restaurant or you own a restaurant, maybe,
Right.
the specials, it's a thing. It's a real thing. So I know it sounds like obvious. So yesterday I changed the special.
Yeah.
Buddy, you would have thought that people like I recreated the wheel. Like I created sliced bread for the first time. People were losing their minds. Losing their minds.
You changed this. So it was.
I changed it.
Was it a reoccurring special that was happening? And you said, "Hey,
yeah, it's always the same Monday to Friday, Saturday, whatever it is. They have the same thing going on." I go, you know what? We got too much Jack in the back. I saw a lot of Jack Daniels. It was a little bit of an overbuy by all of us. I bought some. Nick bought some, and so I go, you know what? Let's put it on special. In the last week, I noticed we sell a lot of beer, which I was very, proud of and seeing. Okay, well,
Mostly
the
draft or bottles?
Draft, a lot of draft.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I said, let's put Jack on, see what happens. Dude, it's all about the dollar. That's it. People, as long as they're getting a price point that is satisfying to them, boom, it's over.
Listen, I'm all about the special.
Oh, yeah.
I ask.
I know. You know what? I've heard you ask. I'll listen to them all the time. But if you like what you like. But when the price point is what it was, I guess you can't say no.
Do you want to know why I ask the special?
Please.
Here's the rationale.
Give me some insight.
Yes, this is the insight on the special. Okay, number one, there's two reasons I asked for the special. Number one, what if they have something creative that's never on the menu, that's a limited time only?
Yeah.
I might want to get in on something like that.
Good point.
Change it up. Be like, oh, okay, I capitalized.
Right.
The other part with the special is, for me, I kind of know what I like. I'm pretty adventurous to a point.
Right.
And I go, okay, if I'm going here, I know I like these things from here.
Right.
So if they're on special, why wouldn't I ask? Because if I'm getting the same thing I've grown accustomed to, but I'm getting it at a discounted rate, I'm all in.
100%.
It's the lottery for me.
You know, I don't know why this popped in my head, but remember that episode of Friends where I don't know what they were doing, but Monica was like looking at a chart and she's like, if you want to satisfy a woman, you do this. Go, here's 3, here's 2, here's 1. And then she started like pretending and she's like 2, 2, 2. And then she acted like I did on the very end of the pod last week. Remember that
It's
episode?
starting to come back to me.
So anyways, what I'm getting at is the Monday to Friday, everyone
funny,
likes the specials, but when you can change it up a little bit, that's where they start going a little wild.
It's like using the left hand.
I'm telling you, it's a real thing.
It's a game changer.
Now, real quick, okay? Yesterday, you and I chatted for a brief moment, and you're like, hey, Jorge, you got to take a look at the comment section.
This is why I thought you were off kilter.
Well, no, but here, I'm gonna say something to everybody that's listening and watching here for the sports show. All right.
This is great.
I think for the last 7 years that we've been doing this, 7, by the way, we have shown you one thing that is consistent. that we're silly. Like we have a good time.
Yeah.
That we like to joke around. Now, if you're a loser, like this guy is on the thing, and I can't even remember the guy's comment name. I wish I could, but the long and short of it, sir, is this. Yeah, the Scheffler story. You know what? I had some fun with it. We were joking around. We know he didn't like try to kill the cop. We already know that. We know, but you know, there's some satire to this whole thing that we do. And if you can't get the joke, I don't want you to not unsubscribe, but unsubscribe because your sense of humor, sir, is not what we're looking for.
Now, Mitch,
we're having a good time. No, Carly, let me say my piece.
You're getting a little aggressive, and I think you're right.
I just appreciate when people like my good friend from the Bonacera, the Blake, the Justin, and now the oldest, the eldest, Byron comes. Byron comes over to me and says, "Hey, you know what? I don't really like your boxing talk." So I told Byron to shove it. You know why? Because I said, we're going to do what we want to do. But here's the thing. I like that he came and joked around with me. He knows the situation. But the pro is this. You're going to have your opinion. We're going to have ours. But with our opinion, we're going to drizzle a little fun on it. We're going to have some fun. You know why? Because you got to laugh a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to laugh.
Yeah. You know, it was, here's the thing, is because it was mostly geared towards you.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
You know, and that was tough for me to watch. It's almost like
I don't mind.
It's almost like seeing my child getting beaten up.
No.
And knowing that I can't, schoolyard rules applies and I can't get in there, you know, to help out. But here's the thing. Obviously, those individuals on the comment section, number one, you know, I find chirps really funny.
Yeah.
Like I actually get a sick pleasure. You know, it's funny because Amy messaged, you guys got to respond. Yeah. You know, she's freaking out. She does, but for us, this is kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Clearly, you don't understand the show. So that was your first look in.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, these guys are talking this. You really don't get the show. You obviously haven't listened to the show.
Right.
And you don't understand the style of the show. So, yeah, guys, obviously, like obviously. But we can't even entertain and give you guys enough time a day because for just that reason. The sports show, for those that have been following us and those that do follow us, is it's satire, it's funny. There's a lot of hyperbole that happens here as well. And don't even get us started with names. I mean, if you have a problem with that, once we get down the name game,
then you're really hooped.
I mean, you're out here. I go, for the love of God, you guys, we talk about TMZ and like
all the time,
like stuff like to open the show in a classic peruse, if you will.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, we're not here defending ourselves like, oh, you got to us or whatever. But my whole point is, if you have enough time to listen to that and dissect it that way, I got to question you at that point.
I'm thinking you're that guy that drives around with a mask in your car by yourself. That's who I think you are. I did it. I just said it.
You're the guy during like intramural co-ed kickball,
right?
That is citing the rules.
That's right.
You know, like if a guy, excuse me,
he didn't touch first base.
You need to touch on the orange part of the baseline on the right side. Or to avoid an injury, it's in the rules. Okay,
that's exactly it.
And I'm not even gonna go with how you're rolling the ball on the pitches.
Are those soles on your shoes? You know, are they authentic? Or are they metal plated? We got to take a look at those. Can we get a review?
Okay, everyone, we're going out for drinks afterwards. Now, what I've done is I've compiled a series of separate drink tickets. Just to make sure that no one's offside. It's come to my attention. Some people are drinking Michelob Ultras, and others are getting premium draft Heinekens.
That's right.
And we don't want any controversy.
That's right.
Leave, loser.
Yeah, time to go.
Leave. The only reason that you're here is because no one else actually wants to take over the captaincy of the team and the logistics.
Did you notice that you were the only one that was called to join a team? You actually weren't part of the team.
Stop ironing your underwear. That's another thing, too. It's okay.
I'm actually not totally against that, to be honest with you. I might help you on that one. Listen, so this week I'm working the bar. I'm doing my thing. I'm looking around. I was minding my own business. I was perusing the nets.
Unless you guys have a problem with that.
Apparently they do.
Apparently got a problem.
Real quick, again, the Justin, the Just Win, the Blake, and the Byron. The full swing golf thing, it's all happening. We're going to get together. Top Flight, it's called, right? We're going to get together.
Launchpad.
Launchpad, sorry.
Top
we're going to get together.
Top Golf or whatever it is the States.
Oh, is that the States? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get together soon because we said we would, and we're men of our words.
Yeah, what do we owe them again?
Well, we owe them a day of golf. Either they go to the golf course. I said let's go there. I think it would be more fun.
Oh, that's more fun.
Yeah, that's more fun.
I don't mind the golf course, but
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it works with
depends how many hours we can.
Somehow Byron got himself into this. I don't know. I don't know how he got it.
Well,
but
Byron. Until you respect boxing.
That's right. That's right. You know what? Good point. Here's a quick one.
Yeah.
Quick one for you. What's cool? What's more manly, boxing or baseball?
Come on, boxing. Let's more manly. Come on.
Well, because he was giving me a hard time yesterday. He's like, "No, baseball is much harder." I'm like, "Yeah, it might be harder to play, but
baseball is not harder than."
If I'm at a nightclub and I'm trying to impress a young lady, and I'm like, I'm a boxer, and this is my friend, the baseball player. I have a feeling she'll come this way. I just do.
Baseball is not harder than getting punched in the face for a living. It's just not.
Yeah, but if you get hit with the ball in the face, it would hurt. Well, I'm just saying. Okay, listen, I was perusing the nets real quick. French Open's going on right now, right?
Okay.
And all the big names are, well, Djokovic is still in for a second, but Nadal got knocked out, and everyone was making a big deal about it. Here's a guy, he's won it 20 times. He's won the French Open 20 times. You know, new French tennis associations and all the French players.
Has he won that tournament 20 times?
20 times, yeah. And
Actually,
yes. And fact check it. 20 times. And here's the thing.
See what I
the
did
guy, and everyone's making a big deal. Oh, he's gone. He's done. He's finished. Yeah. You know what? For a guy at a tender age of like 37, 38 years old, whatever he is, maybe closer to 40, he's still rocking. He's still going. And I just find it funny. These guys, Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal, if it wasn't for them three, tennis isn't even noticed, you guys. So when you guys say you knocked them out, okay, fine, you knocked them out. But have a little respect. Put a little respect on the guy's name. The guy's a legend, like legit legend. And because he's a little older now, taking on 18-year-olds, maybe his legs aren't what they used to be.
So this right here, what you're arguing, I agree with you 100%. Right. And this is full circle what me and the Swiss Greek were talking about in regards to Mike Tyson and Logan Paul.
I see.
Okay?
I see what you're saying.
And it's okay. You don't have to give it to us. You can give it to us offline.
I will not do it.
But here's the thing. Yeah, but isn't it crazy how quick people will make a story out of something that shouldn't really be a story?
Couldn't agree more.
This guy is vying for most championships all time record. I don't think he'll get it.
No.
I mean, he cleared Djokovic
he's on his way.
On his way there. Yeah. But or he's there now.
He's there
it looks
now,
like
he'll keep going. Yeah.
And so it's wild. It's like he's getting older, and you're right. These younger people are beating him, but you guys, this isn't 10 years ago where it's an upset. It's so weird. Like at some point, your career fizzles.
I just think that when it comes to those three, keep their names out of your mouth. Or Will Smith will come and slap you.
Will Smith will come
He'll come and slap you. Yeah. The other thing I noticed this week, and it was kind of last week's story, but a little of this week too, is the Caitlin Clark. Now, she's the first overall pick for the WNBA. She comes in, plays for the Indiana Fever. And it turns out that, I don't know what's going on, but there's a little pettiness going on over there where the ladies of not just her team, but like in and around the league are not liking how much pub she's getting. And they're letting her know about it. I mean, this is like, instead of the housewives of Orange County, this is like the backcourts of Indiana. This is crazy what's going on. Can I just tell you something, WNBA? If it's not for Caitlin Clark and what she did at Iowa, and then she comes into your NBA, and you guys get the most amount of eyes at your draft ever. You guys have record attendance at all your games now because they're coming to see her and you guys. She's put all of you on the map. Again, a little respect on the name, you guys. I don't know. What do you think?
I think for what you just said is the reason why they're mad, because they know it's because of her.
Yeah.
She's their Tom Brady without having achieved anything yet. Like all eyes are on her. The WNBA is getting more. They're just getting more because of her. Even I find myself even on my algorithm and on my feed, I'm seeing more clips. I'm inadvertently getting, and that's the way of the world today too. Getting viral on social media and things like that. So I'm paying a little more attention what's happening in the WNBA. And it's because of her. And to me, It's very simple. Real court wives of the WNBA.
Yeah.
Like, get a reality show on this.
You're missing out.
ASAP, Rocky.
ASAP.
This thing could be the greatest TV show of all time. There's cattiness.
Yes.
Sports.
Oh, yeah.
Drama. Yes.
Yes.
Just get the cameras rolling. Yeah, it is a little bit unfair, but at the same time, listen, when you're number one,
Yeah.
and you're number one in sports, I'm sorry, Caitlin, but this is expected.
Yeah.
So learn to deal with it.
Yeah, I think
You're
where
not the
Caitlin-
first, you're not the last.
I think Caitlin's a little taken back because I think she truly, this is my opinion, that she thought, you know what, I'm getting some eyes here. I didn't want this. I was just a good basketball player at Iowa. The media's been following me. They make me the darling. And I thought she would have maybe thought the rest of her teammates were going to like kind of join in on the fun and be like, yeah, thank you. But it's exactly the opposite. This is, I'm sorry, but this is very much like those shows that my wife watches sometimes, those housewives. This is like behind their back that I kind of see her in my brain in the locker room sitting on the side and everyone else is like kind of like away from her. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think it's a crazy story.
Coming from her own team, though, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's actually
apparently it's not. That's what I've heard. Yeah. We'll go with that. All right. With that being said, let's get over to the NHL. Dimitri, it's Saturday morning. It's 8:30 in the morning to be precise. And last night, the Edmonton Oilers decided that they wanted to play some hockey. And up until that point, we weren't sure what to do. So last time we were talking, the series was just 1-0. Now, since then, it went 2-1 Dallas. Dallas came into Edmonton's house. Edmonton up 2-0. And then Dallas comes roaring back, wins that game, makes it 2-1. And then Edmonton says, no, at home, we got to win at least one for our fans. They end up winning. Then they head to Dallas last night. And, dude, everyone at the bar, I mean, I got a live reaction from everyone on the bench, let's just say that. And then looking on the internets after, Edmonton played a beautiful game. Mm-hmm. Edmonton played the game that I think everyone's been waiting for them to play all year long. And they end up taking a 3-2 series. One more win tomorrow night in Edmonton, Sunday night. They win. They go to the Stanley Cup. I don't know what to say here. Like, I'm not surprised. I will say that. I'm not surprised. Very talented team. But what are you thinking? Is the pressure going to be too much? Has McDavid done anything? I haven't seen him lately technically, but that's a good thing. This is what I've been talking about. You got to let the other guys do some stuff. And they have.
Ooh, I'm excited, Mitch. I'm actually really excited here. Here's what's scary. Mm-hmm. You talk about that game 2-0 that the Oilers dropped. I think that was game 3. It was game 3. In theory,
right?
Edmonton could have won this series.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Right? Because that game you'd think that that's a game that you got to close out.
That's true.
Especially at home.
Right.
They're playing some good hockey.
Yeah, they are.
And you nailed it. The thing is that they actually have contributors that are contributing where they need it. Yep. Grittiness, toughness. And if you look at who they're talking about, you're right. It's not the McDavid-Draisaitl show.
Yeah.
They're kind of quietly getting some points. They're in there.
Oh, of course. Leading the league in scoring. 1, 2, and 3. Bouchard.
But this is what I'm saying. The Bouchard. The Desharnais out. They could get him back. You got the Ekholms, the Bouchards. You got the Nuges. You got the Canes playing tough. The Perrys, the Henriques. These are the guys. Yeah. That Corey Perry, I'm telling you.
Is he laced to something?
I think he brings culture wherever he goes. I think you just cannot mess with him.
Except for Chicago.
Well.
See, hey, guy, internet guy. That's a joke.
That's a joke.
Okay.
He was laying a different type of culture in Chicago.
That's a joke.
That's a joke. Yeah. He wasn't actually laying culture. It's not flooring.
It wasn't.
You know. Well, hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
That's speculation. And that was not true. Jeez, relax, man. Hey, go find my car. Bring it out front, you loser. What a dummy. Yeah, what a dummy. But anyways, sorry, those weren't the real facts. You're right. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know for sure. Amy, when you clip the compilation of us making fun of Chirps McGee over there, dummy. Yeah. These guys, man. Hold on,
Wait
there,
a minute. Wait a doggone
Hey.
minute. 1 second.
Okay. By the way, Scheffler, he smoked a cop. I want to report here on the sports show that Scheffler hit a cop
with his golf cart. That's
Yeah.
what that's the report I got.
And the report was with his golf cart.
And he had an extra club in his bag, so that's an extra stroke as
and
well.
he had a Playboy magazine he was reading at the same time.
He wasn't even paying attention.
He wasn't paying
He
attention.
wasn't.
Yeah, he has a drug problem.
Again, speculation. This is what we heard.
He gave him the Scheffler. It's a coin term now. But anyways, you're right. They're getting some grit and they're playing very well. It's a good thing. However, I will say this: watching the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we'll get into Florida and we'll get into the Rangers on the other side. Is I don't care who's up 3-2. Mm-hmm. I'm still not convinced.
Yeah. And
have the confidence that yes, you just got to win 1 or 2 games now. I get it. But when you get to the Final Four, especially this year, I don't know, but it is in the makeup.
Yeah,
it's so airtight. I'm actually not, I'm just not overly convinced. I got to wait and see because yes, Dallas could come back, win the next 2 games
easily, 100%.
That's what's crazy about this whole thing. But I say it's looking good.
Yeah.
And here's another guy, Skinner.
Buddy, it's in my notes. Are you reading my notes?
This is another guy that. You know what? Is he stealing games by way of shutout? No. But is he making saves?
He is.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say that the defense is now, if you got to blame somebody, it's more the defense than anyone else. But it's not like Dallas is peppering Edmonton with a lot of shots. So Skinner's making the right saves at the right time. The Dallas defense, the Edmonton defense is doing what they need to do. Look, Nurse gets a lot of hate from us. And by the way, I saw this week, and I was like beyond mesmerized. We were joking around about it at the bar. We kept joking all year long. He's getting 9.5 this year. Too much money. He gets 12 next year. So, hey, Nurse, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice.
You better win that cup.
You better win that cup, bro, because
buddy.
You do not want to be on that losing end and that contract next year. Yeah. I would just say right now what I'm really liking is simply this, that everyone is doing what they were supposed to be doing all of a sudden. Like, it's always like you got to the party late. Okay, now what are you going to do? Okay, you know what? I'm the entertainment. I'm going to bring it. McDavid is still McDavid. They have to watch. You can't not leave him alone. You got to double team him or do whatever.
Great.
Draisaitl is being watched a little bit. But then you get in the Nuge, you said it, and the Corey Perrys and the rest of the boys, the Holloways and all of the boys, Bouchard especially. I'm such a big fan of this guy all of a sudden. And they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that's why they're winning. Dallas, on the other side, I don't know. You guys were flat yesterday. You're at home. You guys can take a 3-game, 3-2 series lead, and you guys were not even there. I don't know. Like, when Edmonton churns it up a notch, it's kind of scary. And you said it when you saw him playing Vancouver.
Yeah, man.
The other thing I'll say is, Vancouver fan, you guys I've said this on the pod. Every team has like that weird thing. They just can't beat them, or there's just something wrong and they can't get them. Where all of us were saying Dallas is a complete team. They can take the Oilers. They can take any team. There's just something about Edmonton that gets better when they're playing better teams. Maybe they're that team that plays a little bit lower when, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Vancouver had them on the ropes, man. This didn't have to be Edmonton, Dallas. This easily could have been a Vancouver, Dallas, and who knows, Dallas might be spanking Vancouver.
Yeah, but Vancouver is a good team though. Well coached.
Well, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it looks like Edmonton just is figuring out or has figured out the Dallas situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
As we head over to the East, they need somebody to play. So winner of the West will play the winner of the East. It's the Florida Panthers. Man, are they pesky, taking on the New York Rangers. And man, are they pesky. Dude, this is the best hockey I have seen in years. I love everything about it. It's tough. It's grimy. It's talent. It's good goaltending. The coaches are getting at it with the players. I love it all. Loving it all, man.
Oh, my goodness. Mitch, you took the words out of my mouth. This is the best hockey I've seen in years as well. It's incredible. They have everything.
Yeah.
They have absolutely everything. These are 2 insanely talented teams. The goalies are playing on fire. The defense is doing everything. The forwards, the puck movement.
Yes.
And the fact that you can sit through 60 minutes and know, and in some cases more, and know that it's never over until it's over. And here's the other thing that I like.
I want to see if you're going to say what I'm saying.
Man, oh man, we talk about killers on this show.
He's going to do it.
All the time.
He's going to do it.
And I'm going to tell you, my number one guy, until proven otherwise, is a man named Chris Kreider. This guy, for me, is like he's game day.
Yes.
I don't care what happens in practice. He's like the Dimitri. When the lights are on.
Yes, absolutely.
Listen, but both teams have these guys. Bennett, out of control.
That's the name I thought you were going to say.
He's the other guy on the other side.
Buddy.
These guys, they're out of control. They just show up.
They're playoff guys. They're the Jimmy Carsons of 2024. I'm telling you.
Like, out of nowhere, it's like, and there's Kreider. Boom. And there's Bennett. Boom. Even guys like Verhaeghe. I love me my Verhaeghe.
Nice Verhaeghe.
Love me my Verhaeghe.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? But they have, and here's the other thing. The Rangers hold this team. It seems to be around for a couple minutes.
Yes.
When you got your young guys like Lafreniere coming into
starting to come around,
and the way that they're playing, these two teams, they're Tampa Bay-esque, Mitch.
Yeah, I got you.
That's what I'm looking at. This is fun.
You know, Trocheck from the Rangers right now, if I had to pick an MVP of the playoffs, I might go with that guy. That guy just seems to be the right spot, right time, right and timely goals. But right now, if I actually had to pick right now, it all ended, but no one wins the Stanley Cup. Dare I say Sam Bennett? Dude, I know he missed a couple of games in that first series, but dude, I'm really liking where here's a guy that when Calgary picked him, I believe it was 4th overall. I think I'm just. It was
in the
fourth,
first round.
It was 4th pick. I'm positive. He was supposed to go first, but remember he couldn't do that chin up, and the guy got some bad pub, right? So the reality is he's a number one talent, but he didn't make it. And then when he was in Calgary, what I find now weird and seeing how grimy and tough, why didn't Darryl like him? What was going on there? But that's a whole other issue. We'll talk about that another time. He goes down to Florida. Maybe he liked the fact that he was just away from all the publicity and all that stuff. He grows that mustache, that Lanny McDonald mustache. And, dude, that guy in the playoffs might be more pesky, dare I say, than the Kachuk.
I'm noticing him more.
Yeah. When he hits you, this is Byron's word, and I'll actually steal it from Byron. He runs through you. He doesn't go around you. He doesn't clip you. Yeah. He goes through you. Now, there's another guy that goes through people, maybe a little more of an illegal way, but it's the Trouba over on the Rangers. So this week, the big controversy was the Trouba got a $5,000 penalty, fine for a flying elbow. He macho man a guy. And
now hold on.
Yeah.
He didn't actually
do the there was no top rope.
He didn't, it didn't happen like that.
It wasn't like that.
It wasn't a flying elbow.
It wasn't not a flying elbow.
There was contact with the elbow region.
Right.
As it pertains to the game of hockey.
To the guy's face. So what had happened was right before that happened, he got a penalty for something else. But during the time where they're trying to grab the puck and the other team now, sends the goalie in and they're putting that extra player, he commits that flying elbow penalty. So a lot of people are going, that should be 2 penalties, not 1. But the NHL rule is very, very concise and says, no, it's 1 penalty because that's what we originally called. You can't do another penalty. So rumor has it, again, it's just a rumor, that the Las Vegas Golden Knights are looking into this and they will figure this out. And if they do, mark my words, next year, Peter Angelo is going to be hacking everyone's arms off. That's all I know.
You know what the best part? Like for me, if this is the case now, this is a great loophole. It's like, listen, go in for tripping.
Go in for tripping.
But while he's going down, macho man elbow, cross check, roughing, spearing, like do
everything.
It all.
Yeah.
Even grab him by the helmet and
just smash his face. What are they going to do? They can't give you 5. They got to give you the 2.
Like we can't give it to him for roughing.
That's
we can't.
We can't.
We called him.
We called him for tripping.
He killed the guy on ice. What am I supposed to do? Give him 25 to life?
What are your thoughts on that rule? Do you think they should change it and make it, if you commit 2 penalties, you get 2? Because I think I kind of like the idea of giving the guy as many penalties as he incurs during that time.
Yeah, me too. Like, I think it would be hilarious if a guy goes, and number 47, 2 minutes for roughing, 2 minutes. It's like a checkout at a grocery store.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, ba-bing, ba-bing, ba-bing. Yes, give him as many penalties.
But here's the thing. They all have to be served by different guys on the bench. So if he got 6 minutes in penalties, that's what is it? Three other guys that got to get on the.
No. I think he stays for as long as he goes.
Okay, go ahead.
This is what I think.
Sure.
I think they should amend the rules a couple different ways.
Right.
So if you get 5 penalties,
right?
Okay,
yeah.
You're in for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay,
like you're out.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. The power play,
right,
might be only 2 minutes.
Okay.
But you're out for 10.
I'm out for 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
But here's the other thing I think they should change.
Right.
You know, there's like a minimum rule.
Yeah.
Like you can, like, let's say we're in a scrum.
Right.
We're fighting chirp guys on the comment section.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm there. I'm there right now. Yeah.
You're there right now.
Yeah.
So let's just say they're a team of 5.
Okay.
And 4 of them get a penalty. You know, there's roughing.
Right.
4 of them get a penalty.
Yeah.
I think all 4 should go. There's no minimum. Okay, it only gets down to 5 on 3.
Right.
I think if there's no one left, there's no one left.
I agree. That's where I was kind of going with it. My end result of however we get to it would be it could be a 5-0 power play.
Yes.
The goalie versus all 5 guys.
Yeah. And if the goalie is messed up,
yeah,
and he's gotten a penalty,
then guess what?
He's out.
He's out.
Like, I don't think if a goalie gets a penalty, a player shouldn't serve.
But to make it fair, you can put one like pylon right in the middle.
A player can use his hands in the crease.
That's right. I would say
will accept that.
If it's a 5-0 or a 6-0 where the goal even gets the penalty.
Yeah.
And now my thoughts, again, just my thoughts. You put a pylon there, but could you imagine like actually not scoring on that 6 minute?
Okay, so
you
here's
just kept
my
hitting
thing.
the pylon.
If you have a 5-0, do you pull your own goalie to make it 6-0?
Oh, great call. Yeah, of course.
You have
absolutely.
to play the advantage.
Take advantage.
Okay, so let's say it's a 5-0 with their goalie.
Right.
Do you pull it 6-0?
Yeah.
Right?
I got a better idea.
Knowing that the goalie could score. Like, what if you get scored on a 6-0?
I would just I wouldn't pull the goalie off the ice. I'd just make him part of the power play at the back end.
That's what.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He'd be like the top of the blue line.
So maybe and then he can save it at the top of the blue.
Just in case
like he can throw
somebody's clear. The pylon might have got a hold of it and tried to throw it over.
No, let's run the scenario that the goalie's like it's a 5-0 with a goalie.
Right.
They have their goalie. Yeah.
That's right.
You're right. If he goes to clear, he could like throw a pad.
He could throw a pad.
Keep it in play.
I
love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm liking this. I think they should look into this.
I think they should really look into that. You're right.
Yeah. So right now, what are your thoughts on Florida and New York? It's 3-2 Florida. We're heading back to Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm feeling good, buddy. Listen. I mean, if it's going the way it looks like it's going for both teams, that scenario I dropped last week, man, I'm telling you, I'm watching.
It's best case.
I'm watching.
It's listen, or do you go the other scenario because you go with the teams that both Gretzky played on?
Oh, yeah.
And then you get a little Gretzky come to the final.
That could be fun.
Everything is winning here, you guys.
Yeah, everything is winning.
Same thing. Look, just because Florida's up 3-2, I'm not totally sold they're going to close it out because the Rangers are massive.
Yeah.
Like they're a beast as well. But I'm going to go and I'm going to, I'm liking the Florida trend so far. And for bragging rights for yourself, Mitch.
Yeah.
I think I like the Florida.
You know what? They're getting there. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not even going to say anything about Edmonton fan. I'm just going to leave it the way it is because I'm very curious how this plays.
Let's just let it go.
I want to be that guy down the middle. I'm going to be fair. You know what? There's really no killer list except for one guy this week, and I got to give it to the one guy and one guy only. It's the Nuge. Showing up big in Dallas. There's really no other guy other than the Nuge to be the killer list, number one on the killer list this week.
Huge.
Or maybe there is an extra guy. For the 2 weeks in a row, Doncic from the Mavericks. Welcome, Dallas Mavericks. Meet Boston Celtics. Celtics, Mavericks, finals, NBA final. But dude, so they go to Game 5. It was about to be a sweep for the Mavericks. Minnesota pulls off one win. They head back to Minnesota for Game 5. And man, Doncic and Irving put on a clinic. Snoop was in the front row, and every time the camera panned to him, he was like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm a guest here on behalf of the Timberwolves. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening.
Dallas Mavericks. Do you understand now, after all these years that we've been telling you, just because you have a superstar player, maybe if you just give him a little help and just bring in some people to support him, that good things could happen? Because if he does get, now you can't put two people on Doncic.
No.
You can, but unfortunately you leave this other guy named Kyrie open, who all of a sudden can kind of do a couple things with the ball as well. Wow, what a concept.
Yes.
What a concept. Here's why I love the NBA Finals this year. Because for me, it's story.
Yeah.
It's all story and it's controversy. And I love seeing what people are going to do when they have to put their money where their mouth is and be accountable. So guess what, Boston fan? You think you're so smart? You bypass the Tatum first because you want to give the other guy the big money? You want him to be the highest paid, and played player in the NBA at one point in time? Again, maybe for 4 seconds. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
It's called an analogy. Here's the thing. Boston, the pressure's on you, in my opinion. You're there now. You're there. But now you're playing a team that reminds me of a Dallas Mavericks team that won the NBA championship with one German named Dirk Nowitzki, who everyone said, we're rolling the red carpet out. It's LeBron James and the Miami Heat. It's legacy. Of course they're going to beat this Nowitzki team. Of course they're going to come in and beat this team, but they didn't. And somehow this European, German icon pulled it out with the team there. And guess what's going to happen this year?
What?
Because I'm calling it from now.
What?
Boston, you're going to have some cleaning up to do because the Mavericks are going to leave you with a mess. I'm going Mavericks.
Wow.
I'm taking them in 5 games to absolutely annihilate the Celtics. And you guys are going to have to figure out what you're doing with that franchise. I said it.
I love it.
I said it.
You said it. I'm not even going to repeat anything because it's that good. And I kind of like where you're going. I like where your heart is. I like where your head's at. I'll leave it there. Well, I'm not even going to add anything. It was that good. I agree with the storyline. Kyrie back in Boston is enough for your ticket. I don't even know if there's a basketball game going on. I just want to see the fans versus Kyrie. That's my championship right there. That's my NBA final right there. I love it.
This is the first year that Kyrie, in a lot of years, has gotten his head out of his butt.
Yeah. He's
focused, he's playing, and it just reminds me during the Cavaliers.
Yes.
Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
I think you're right in a lot of ways where a lot of people, remember when we watched the NFL during the regular season and all the analysts pick one team? Like they're all like Green Bay, Green Bay, Green Bay, Green Bay. And then it turns out it's the other team. This is what it feels like. Everybody and their dog's on Boston right now. So it's feeling good. Feeling real good. You know what else feels good? Making fun of that chirpy guy. Rapid banter.
Oh.
Here we go. Which sport will be more popular in 10 years in the U.S.? The NHL or the WNBA?
The NHL.
Really? I think I'm not joking around. I think the WNBA is on its way, man. I think it is going to surpass the NHL, unfortunately. They've had a lead for a while, Dimitri, and they just haven't done anything with it.
Fair enough.
Minnesota from the PWHL are the first ever winners. That's the Professional Women's Hockey League. Be honest, did you follow this historic run?
No.
UFC 302 is tonight. Main event, Dustin Poirier versus Makachev.
Great.
Thank you.
Great work on the name.
I worked on it yesterday. Yeah. Makachev. Who do you got?
I got Poirier in the upset.
Strickland and Costa.
I think Strickland's going to be on a losing streak here.
Oh, yeah. I had a feeling. I
got my boy.
You got the two. I like it. It's going to be a good matchup tonight. TNT is losing its rights to the NBA after losing. So you got Shaq, Barkley, Ernie Johnson, and Kenny Smith. They're all leaving. Cancel the show or join the sports show.
Join the sports show.
Japan has developed a paste that can regrow teeth. Is this a bigger win for dentists or the people of Alabama?
I can't trust anything that a Japanese person is going to put to glue my teeth together.
Last one. The Czech Republic captured gold at the 2024 IIHF World Championships. Big deal. Not a big deal.
You can check you one off the box for them.
Yeah. There it is, Rapid Banter. We head over to Maga or Malaka. That's the part of the segment where we really get silly, so you might want to turn off your phones or whatever.
Hold on.
Well, this week I decided, at the beginning of the show, I talked a little bit about the Djokovic. I talked about the tennis. You need them, but you don't need them. That's the whole idea. So it's things you need that you hate that you need, but you need it.
Oh, okay.
All right? Here we go. Skip the dish, Maga or Malaka.
Yeah,
you need it, but you don't need it.
Yeah, Maga. You do. You do.
You need it. That's what I'm saying. Toilet paper or a bidet. You need it. You don't want it. You need it.
Maga. Now, do yourself a favor. If you're going to do the double, if you're going to do the bidet and the toilet paper.
That's the way to do it.
I'm just saying, if you're going to commit to that, the structural integrity of the paper is massive here.
Huge.
Okay, don't cheap out.
Right.
Otherwise, you got a different problem.
So
we all know what we're talking about.
I got my in-laws coming in from Greece this summer.
Oh.
And, in Greece, the rule is, you don't put it down the toilet.
Right.
So I'm really curious what's going to happen here when they get here. I'm going to have to set out some rules.
It's going
to be weird.
It's going to be,
the first week's going to be awkward.
It's game-changing.
It's game-changing is right.
Your father-in-law's coming in?
He's coming in.
Really? How long?
For like a month. Yeah. That's okay. You know what? I usually go to him. I'm actually excited about it. He's a good drinking partner. He's okay.
He's a good guy. You guys get along. But okay.
How about when you go to a bar, expensive drinks?
We'll be doing a lot more episodes weekly of the sports show, I anticipate. What month?
Hey,
August?
All of August. Yeah, basically all of August. Yeah, exactly. All different kind of expensive drinks. You go to a bar, you see the drink menu, you like your whiskey Coke, but you're like, you know what, honey, let's try something new. Oh, look at this. It's $25 for the same drink, but it's named the Manhattan.
Yeah, Malaka.
Yeah. I'm just saying, right? Oh, look, they have smoke. Look.
Yeah. Yeah, Malaka.
Are you with me on this? Like with regards to how ridiculous this has become?
Yes, it's a little much.
Like $20 for a drink. I could get 4 of those at the Bonacera. Just saying. By the way, I'm there all night.
Look, if you're paying $20 for a drink, there better be a minimum of 3 full ounces of alcohol. And if it's fancy and all that, then at least I can get behind something. Okay, because you're getting a triple.
Right. Well, you should.
You should,
but you're not.
But okay, so I know, and the fact that I see people going in, this is ridiculous. Like to me, it's ridiculous. Like, what are you proving here? So you're gonna go and you're gonna spend $100.
$100
for, and you haven't gotten a buzz yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, guys,
that's just your drinks. What if the girl? What if your teammate, your partner?
Forget about it.
You're at $200 for what? 8 drinks.
Listen, to me, I don't mind going out for a nice cocktail, but we're gonna shotgun 4 beers, and just get some really shitty a little like Mickey, okay, and just take a couple, then we'll walk in like we used to do, like when we cared about $1.
That's right. How about this one? Another little one. All the different kinds of beers, are they necessary? Maga or Malaka?
Malaka.
I agree. I'm just saying. This week, I'm starting to really realize. A beer's a beer. I'm sorry. Stout guy, ale guy. This doesn't taste like a stout. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I'm sorry, microbrew guy. I didn't realize you had one in your basement or in your garage. By the way, you're the comment guy. All right. I found out who you are, comment guy.
Let me guess, he didn't leave a tip either.
That's exactly the guy.
You know what it is with the beer thing for me? Is I agree there's way too many. I like that there are a lot of people trying to produce beers. Hopefully good ones come out of the lot. But here's the issue. 99% of them, yes, do taste the same in their own genre. Now, you want to go to a pub and you got a little bit of a wider offering?
Right.
Okay, cool, fine, great. But look, at the end of the day, I'm stacking my fridge at home with PBRs and AGDs like the rest of them, okay? Saying. And they're just fine.
And there's
nothing wrong with that. Well so done. When you come here and you're going to give me, and by the way,
what?
I'm talking to you, Pop, because I know the Bonacera's not doing this. But if you're going to charge me for a pint, and if you're going to say it's a pint, I don't want your little 16-ounce glass that you're telling. No, I want 20 ounces. I said what I said.
Last one. I find this one the most fascinating. The richest person in the world is not Elon Musk. It's this guy that has the Louis Vuitton brand. Louis Vuitton, Maga or Malaka. Things you need, but you don't need.
Yeah, you know what? That's where I go Maga.
Really?
Yeah, you want to know why?
It's crazy
not just Louis
to me.
Vuitton.
Yeah.
It could be Rolex. It could be Louis Vuitton. It could be Hermes. It could be whatever I want. Because here's what I know. When you walk down with one of those, everyone knows.
It's true.
Everyone
You're not
knows.
wrong. You're not. But it's just so crazy. The richest man on this planet Earth is the guy that decided to put the L and the V on a leather bag. I'm just saying. Not the guy sending rockets up. Not the guy figuring out how to, change the world or whatever. It's the guy that put the L and the V on the leather bag.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what's crazy to me about that, right? Is at the end of the day, when you look at like the style and you say, okay, all these people have like, let's say a Louis Vuitton or whatever, you just realize all you are is the same grouping of generic folk in just a different pile.
That's right. That's very true.
Like you're actually no different than anyone else that's a status quo.
We're just all regular people.
But you want to know what's not regular?
What's that?
The sports show. It's
this one?
unique.
What this?
What?
Sports Show TV.
Sports show TV. What's going on?
Do we hit the number?
We're almost there. Not yet.
Do we hit the number?
We're not there yet.
Do we hit the number?
5 more.
Tonight, we're going to hit the number. Tonight.
We're going to hit the number. At Sports Show TV. Look for the blue and white logo. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the same thing as it is on the Instagram as well. Podbean, Spotify, CJSW, third Tuesday of every single month, 90.9 FM. Look, ladies and babies, honey, sugar, babies, thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate the comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't matter. This is one for the books. We got to shove it in the locker. We do got to hit the showers. We got another couple of shows to do.
Hey, we got things to do. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. See you at the Bonacera this week. Home of the 10, 40, 50. I don't know. Find out. Come down and see it.
Are you guys doing
Come down.
Hey, question.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, tough guy. Keep him here. Are you guys doing drink special?
Buddy, I'm telling you.
Not drink special. Sorry, wings.
We got wing special even tonight. We 3 times a week. But, you call me, I'll tell you. We'll figure this all out.
What is the
wing
pizzas
special? Are through the roof right now.
Are they? Yeah.
They're on fire.
When you walked in, what was the status of the food?
We have a lot to talk about off the record.
Yeah?
I don't want this document. Special.
W was saved by the bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast.
Locked in.